I am one of those people that likes to wait until Thanksgiving has come and gone before I move on to Christmas, but listen, that train has left this station and we are Christmas full steam ahead. Starting obviously with the Christmas tree. I went out the day after Thanksgiving, picked up my tree, and today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite tips and hacks for decorating your tree. Start with a few quick hacks for sort of assembling your tree. But my first trick is to elevate your tree up off the ground using like a wooden crate. You want something that's nice and sturdy, and you're gonna put your Christmas tree stand on top of this. This does a couple of things. One, it's good for small places because you can sort of pick a smaller tree up off the ground so it looks big and tall, but you're not wasting as much space down below. But what I love most about it is it gives you a little bit of space underneath your tree, so you have a place to put gift bags, to put the presents. Everything's not shoved under there. You have a little more space for all of that stuff you want to fit under the tree. Another thing that I always do before I bring my tree home is I just get one of those plastic party tablecloths and I place this right under my Christmas tree stand. You don't need to do this if you have a fake tree, but for real trees, you obviously have needles falling down, you're going to be watering it, you're bound to spill water, I always do, and this is just going to protect the ground underneath where you're keeping your tree. My next tip is obviously if you're buying a real tree, you're going to go out and get it, and let me tell you something, trees always look smaller when they're out in the field or they're out on the lot, wherever you get your real tree. So you want to have sort of a general measurement of the area where you're putting your tree. You don't have to be super precise, so that when you're out getting your tree, you can get a general measurement and make sure it's going to fit. So I've measured the spot in our house, and now we just have to find a perfect tree that will fit perfectly in the perfect spot. You just want to be prepared. You always want to measure the area where you're putting your tree first so you don't get it home and it's too small or too big. That being said, it's sort of impossible to get the perfect tree. So remember, you can always cut a little bit of length off the bottom of your tree. And also if you get a tree that's a little too full, which is what I went for, you can always cut off some of the branches that are going to go up against the corner or the wall to help your tree fit a little bit better. This next hack works for both real trees like I have or fake trees, and it's just how to fill in sparse areas. Sometimes fake trees have sparse areas. Obviously real trees sometimes end up with holes. And an easy way around this is just to get some fake evergreen sprigs. You can get these at craft stores. You could also buy just a thing of evergreen garland and sort of chop it up into pieces you need. And then you're just going to strategically place this anywhere that your tree is sparse or you have a big hole. It's going to fill in your tree and make it look a lot more full. All right guys, let's talk about the lights on your tree. You don't want to use just the small Christmas lights. You want to get these, but you also want to get a few strings of the jumbo large size Christmas lights. Whether you're doing colored or you're doing clear, you're going to use the big bulbs first and place them deep into the tree, then use your smaller lights, and these you can sort of bring out onto the branches. This is going to give your tree a sort of like glowing from within look, but using the two different sized bulbs literally makes your tree look like it is sparkling. It makes for a way more magical looking tree. Another trick for getting lights for your tree to make sure that you have enough is you want about a string of 100 for every vertical foot of your tree. So if your tree is about 5 feet tall, you want to make sure you have at least 500 twinkle lights. All right, let's talk about hanging garland. When you're hanging this, you're kind of relying on where the branches of your tree lay, which doesn't always lead to a nice, even garland distribution. So what I suggest you do is just get some ornament hooks, and you can use these to string your garlands so you can spread them much more evenly around your tree. If you're somebody like me who kind of can get a little like obnoxiously anal retentive about wanting things to be like even and symmetrical, this is a really easy way around that. Alright guys, that does it for these Christmas decorating hacks. I hope that you enjoyed these. I hope that they help you decorating your Christmas tree. If you're looking for some other Christmas hacks, I have a Christmas wrapping hacks video, which I will link down below, which shares some really like seriously life-changing tips for when you are wrapping presents. The first one literally will like blow your mind, so I will link that down below to help you with some of your wrapping for Christmas. But as always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video. Here's another trick. If you have your baby, then you can make your mom and your husband cut down the tree for you. So that's just a little trick. Get it, Grandma, get on there. How's it feel out here? Cold?